in the AutoZone studios. AutoZone. Get in the zone. I've talked about this for the better part of an hour. David Schulte from Pony was with us, and he is the creator of the author of this campaign. It's a great idea, in my opinion. I don't know if it will work. I understand why they're doing it. It's a restart for the Pony Shoe Company. They want to drum up some business. It'll be a great way for them to do it. My fear is that there'll be backlash on Pete Rose because it is a corporate attempt to get him attention. That's my feeling.
My feeling is no backlash because fans are the ones buying shoes, and fans like Pete, and fans want him in the Hall of Fame.
All right. Well, I don't necessarily agree that fans, just the carte blanche, all fans want him in the Hall of Fame.
He'll sell quite a few in Cincy, won't he?
Yes, he will. Coming up a little bit later in the show, we moved him because of this discussion. Dan Shannon from PETA. Shaquille O'Neal evidently involved in something called canned hunting. And briefly, what it is you feed the animals out of your hand, you tie them up in an enclosed environment, and then you hunt them from over a fence. And not too many of them get away. If this is true, it is disturbing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And even for me. And
yeah,
so
I mean, we beat on hunting where you sneak up on a deer with a howitzer. I mean,
to me, hunting is again. You're right, and to me, hunting is if you want to hunt with a bow and arrow with a chance to lose your own life to the animal that you're hunting, then it's a sport.
Perfect.
But a 30-30 from 200 yards, not my idea of hunting. at any rate, and people think that that's shooting a mountain lion off a rock from 200 yards away is not hunting. Yeah, that is not hunting. You want to sneak up on them with a pair of boxing gloves on and try to outswing them? That's hunting. All right, let's go to Chris. Chris, you're on with Kiley and Booms, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey guys.
Hey Chris.
Enjoy the show. Great show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My comment on the Pony advertising campaign, I think it's a good thing, and I think they'll do well with it, based on the fact that there are a large number of Pete Rose fans in their target audience that they're looking to get to. And I think that the fact that he's not in the Hall of Fame and probably not going to have a chance to be in the Hall of Fame as long as Bud Selig is commissioner is going to do nothing but help their advertising campaign, because the people in the age group that they're trying to get at, the people that will be buying their shoes, are not interested in whether Pete Rose gambled on baseball or not. They're interested in the fact that Pete Rose was a great baseball player. Every kid that
he's more valuable. Pete Rose is more valuable to them as the disgruntled guy that's not allowed into the party than if baseball turned around next year and said, you know what, Pete, let bygones be bygones, you're in. That'd kill the campaign. The whole idea is about the fact that he's an outsider looking in.
Sure, everybody loves an underdog. And, you know, every kid that grew up in the 70s, you know, we grew up, you know, wanting to slide head first like Pete Rose. You know, we kept our Pete Rose baseball cards. You know, everybody.
I had rolled up betting forms in my pocket, in my back pocket from the track like Pete. I mean, I did the whole thing.
You know, I'm sure that if we went through 80% of the baseball players that are currently in the Hall of Fame, we would find moral issues with a lot of them.
Here's the big question. Here's the big question. Did you cut your hair like Pete? Did you have the bowl haircut?
No, I'd not.
See, you weren't that big.
Did you lie? Did you evade your taxes? Did you gamble on your own team? Goodbye, Chris.
Yeah.
You know, I got to tell you something. The forgiveness is great, and I like this guy, by the way. Pete Rose is a terrific, endearing guy. There's no question. He's a real man's man.
Here it comes. Hold on. Let me hike him up.
The fact of the matter is, he did the unspeakable in terms of his sport. And people say this is Bud Selig. This is not Bud Selig. Bud Selig is a puppet. Bud Selig does not make these decisions. The ownership of the Major League runs Bud Selig. They don't want him in the Hall of Fame. And if you read the comments about Johnny Bench, Johnny Bench doesn't want him in the Hall of Fame either. And Johnny Bench was his teammate on that red machine thing. Johnny Bench, he'd be the last person.
Joe Morgan, Tony Perez, Dave Concepcion, George Foster, all of them want him in. So your list is short, mine's long.
Well, here's Bob Feller, all right?
Yeah, Bob Feller. You know, God bless him, a great Cleveland Indian, but, you know, a broken down, bitter old drunk.
Pete Rose,
I mean, you know,
in a sober moment, here's a quote from Bob Feller. Quote, Pete Rose has as much chance of getting into the Hall of Fame as I have getting elected Pope. said feller who is not Catholic.
Yeah.
He's history. No commissioner is going to overrule another commissioner.
Yeah.
Ask Johnny Bench, who played with him. We've seen the evidence. People who disgrace this game don't belong in the Hall of Fame. Although with the lack of morals in the country these days, I believe this is something you're always spouting about. Who knows? He may get in someday.
I mean, Bob's been constipated since 1954.
All right, it's not about Bob Feller, but that is his opinion. Let's go now to Becky. Becky, you're on with Kiley and Boom's Fox Sports Radio.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Becky.
Good, Becky. How are you?
Fine, thanks. I just want to make one quick comment.
What's going on in the background?
Yeah,
there,
what
Becky?
is going on, Becky?
Oh, I'm in a crowded hallway. Sorry about that.
Crowded hallway? Where at?
I'm in Job Corps, New Haven.
Job Corps?
Yeah.
New Haven, Connecticut?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
What is Job Corps?
It's a government program for teenagers to get a trade in their GED and their driver's license.
Uh-huh. And do you have any of those?
I have my GED, and I'm 80% completed with a trade.
How about the driver's license?
The driver's license is coming. I just have to get on the list to take the test.
What's your trade?
Computer-assisted drafting.
Okay, very good, dear. And what do you listen to radio at Job Corps for?
Because she likes us. Now let her talk.
I like you guys. You guys are hilarious.
See?
Yeah.
That's nice. Thanks, Beck.
All right. I've almost got my license, too.
My whole deal is I think Pete Rose is going about this all wrong. I don't think corporate America should be getting into a personal battle. If he wants to get into the Hall of Fame, let him do it himself. Don't let him rely on corporate America to do it for him.
Becky, how old are you?
I am 19 years old. I'm turning 20 the 18th of next month.
Are you cute and single?
I'm cute and married.
Uh-huh.
Right, well,
That's all right. We can overlook that. Yeah. Booms is trolling for a date here.
No, it's not a date. You get to be my girlfriend for the summer.
You get to live at Casa de Chucky in Cleveland.
Right,
keep trolling, Chuck. Keep trolling.
All right, I'll keep trolling.
All right, thanks, Beck.
She's good.
Don't worry, he will. Let's go to Robert. Robert, you're on with Kiley and Boom's Fox Sports Radio.
First of all, you guys would like to say condolences to the Kyle family.
Okay.
And now I'd like to get busy. First of all, I agree. I think Puma's doing a great job. I think it's a good idea.
It's Pony.
Puma?
Pony. I'm sorry. I'm looking around the room. I'm sorry. Okay, I deserve that. But anyway, I think they're doing a great job, and I agree with you, Booms. Kylie? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry. Kylie, you sound like that female that just got off. You know what? You need to go sit down and go watch Oprah. That's one of the reasons you guys get off at 3 o'clock, so it gives you enough time.
Why is that, Robert? What is it about me that you think...
People, it's our sport.
Right.
It's our sport. It's the fan sport. If we had a vote like we vote for the All-Stars, Pete Rose would be in the Hall of Fame.
Right, and it just shows the upper management doesn't care what the fans do.
Yeah,
so you don't... Robert, just let me ask you a question here, Robert. So you're obviously a passionate baseball fan, is that correct?
Yeah, I watched Charlie Hustle play, and I was a Dodger fan.
All right, you're a big-time baseball fan, and I respect that. I'm not going to badmouth you as you badmouthed me.
Well,
now, if you witnessed, let me ask you this question. Now, you love the game of baseball, is that right?
Correct.
Let me place you in a closet, okay? With a little hole in the door.
Here we
Watch
go,
out,
Boom.
Piazza's
All right.
in there.
Not here we go, Booms.
Go ahead.
Robert. You want to hang in there? Turn that thing off here. So I'm putting you in a closet here in the bus station in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
All right. Now here comes Pete and his bookie.
Yeah.
And Pete stands there in front of you. You're looking at the hole in the door, and he puts $10,000 on the Reds to beat the Cubs or the Cubs to beat the Reds, and you see it. Okay? Then he goes off and he manages and he does whatever. Now, you have a vote for the Hall of Fame. How do you vote?
Well, if I'm in a closet, first of all, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with this career.
Did you hear what I just said, Robert? Don't change this scenario. I gave you. You heard it. You heard it, and you saw it.
Okay.
You know he bet on the game. What do you do?
It was never proven that he bet on baseball.
I'm asking you if you saw it, and you heard it, and you saw the money change hands. What would you do? Would you vote for him in?
If theoretically speaking, I wouldn't vote for him in, but if it didn't happen, I'd vote him in.
You want to know what I would do, Robert? Robert, you want to know what I would do? I'd lean out of the door and say, take the Dodgers and the over-under against the Giants.
Yeah.
As long as
Thank you, Robert. You know, that denial thing, thing really drives me crazy.
Denial.
This guy was...
It's a river in Egypt.
He was in the closet. He heard it, and he was struggling with it. He wanted to pretend he didn't hear it. Let's go to Pam. Pam, you're on with Kiley and Booms, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Pam.
Are you in pain, Pam?
Pardon me?
Are you in pain?
No.
When
I'm
you
on a
came
cell
on, you
phone.
went, when you... Go on. Never mind. Go on.
People are put into the Hall of Fame because of the way they play the game. Is that not correct?
I would think
That's not the issue, Pam.
Okay.
We're not talking about Pete Rose being in the Hall of
Kylie.
Fame.
She's
Let me
making
talk.
There you go.
Okay. But, they're put into the Hall of Fame because of the way they play and that they did some kind of contribution for the game of baseball.
Right.
Now, if we did it on morality, then Ty Cobb and Babe Ruth would not
This
be
is an
in
old
the Hall of
argument. I
Fame.
don't want to do this. This is the old argument. Should Pony get behind the guy or not?
Well, yeah.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
And it may be an old argument, but she's right. The old argument is...
I don't
you
want to do that. That's 13 years old, that argument, Booms.
Okay. And it's never been given the credibility it deserves.
What credibility? He got caught.
What? They're saying he's bad for baseball. So is Ty Cobb, and he's in.
Ty Cobb was a slimy bastard. They weren't as sophisticated. We'll take more calls when we get back. 1-877-996-6369. 1-877-995.